Hello and welcome to my channel to plan for. Today I want to share with you my travel journal from my recent Korea vacation. And yeah, I thought this would be a good thing to do here because first of all, I'm happy to relive this amazing memory. But secondly, also because I want to show you how you can travel journal without any artistic skills, without any drawing, painting, and still create something that looks nice. So first, I want to talk a little bit about my supplies, what I used, how it worked out for me, and then I want to go a little bit deeper into how travel journaling works for me or my personal approach. So let's start with the notebook. This is a Louis Carmen trifold cover in the medium size. And I got this cover explicitly for this vacation, or rather, I got two of them, one for myself and one for my travel companion. So we would have matching travel journals and could just share something, do this really fun activity together. And yeah, then in the end, we have both something matching, but still very different because everybody has their own style of travel journaling. So I got this last year. Last year was 2025 in December. And I just put it on the shelf, didn't use it because, well, it was reserved for this vacation. So it was for me the first time using this cover. And I have to say, I was really positively surprised how much I liked it. I'm going to just open it and let me show you why I did enjoy this. So with a trifold, you have, especially here on the right side, this additional piece of leather. And for me, this is a really nice handrest. So whenever I write on the right page, I have here the space where I could put my hand. When I write on the left side, well, my hand rests on the notebook itself. So I think that was very nice. And I did not expect what a difference this makes. I mean, of course, that's not, you don't need to have a Louis Carmen for that. There are plenty of trifolds out there, many a lot cheaper. But yeah, that was something nice. So I really did enjoy that. Also, the notebook is in here quite well protected. I actually had the notebook in the cotton bag that came with the notebook. So I had just the notebook in this protective little bag in my backpack, so it wouldn't get so much beaten up. And yeah, I mean, usually in my backpack, I have a bottle of water or maybe something else. I don't want to be in direct contact with my journal. The other thing I did enjoy was to have this little pocket here in the back. That was very handy for all kinds of ephemera I collected. I also bought some sticker sheets in Korea, and just to put them in here and have them ready whenever I want to use some stickers in my journal. So that was nice. The Louis Carmen, when you buy it, comes with two inserts. So I was there at the store and I could select at that time two different inserts, and I went for a dot grid and a lined one. Before I went on my vacation, I did a pen test, and at that point, I was actually rather disappointed, or let's say a little bit disappointed, because I thought this paper would work better with fountain pen inks than it does. So I tested out a few different pens and inks. Not all of them would work on this paper. Quite a few bled through. And in the end, I found two different inks I enjoyed and that work on this paper. So for me, for a travel journal, it is important to have pigment or waterproof ink. Usually I do not care about that, but especially when I'm outdoors, it is more likely that some drops of water or whatever liquid gets close to my notebook, and it would be really sad if everything is destroyed because there's just one drop of water. And I mean, if you play it around a little bit with inks, some of them are really not water resistant at all. So a drop of water can ruin a whole paragraph. So I thought I wanted to have some waterproof ink, which turned out to be a good idea because there was this one moment where just moved, I think it was a cup of tea, over the notebook, and there was it was not much, but 2 drops of water from the teacup, and it dripped on the notebook, but it was no issue because, 2 drops of water, waterproof ink, it didn't ruin the paper, but it would have ruined the writing if I hadn't used waterproof ink. So I had 2 fountain pens with me, 2 Lamy All-Star, one with a fine nib. The one with the fine nib I had inked up with Diatramentis Sepia Brown. That's the ink you see here. And the second one with a medium nib, and this one was inked up with Diamine Burr, which was part of the ink event in 2025. This is a pigment shimmer ink. So I think this combination worked out for me quite well, and I don't need to have 5, 6, 7 different fountain pen colors with me, just 2 to have something for, I don't know, the date, kind of a title, things I want to pop off the page, and the rest, just one ink I use for writing. And I just like to have something different than just black ink. I don't know. Black ink is, for me personally, a bit boring for a travel journal, so just brown was perfect. Okay, so we have the journal, we have the paper or the notebook, talked about the ink. I also had my photo printer with me. I have a Kodak photo printer. We'll put the exact model in the description box. I never remember what it's called. But usually it is enough for me to print about 2 photos a day. I don't need a whole bunch of photos. 2, I think I had a couple days with 3 photos. That's completely enough for me to remember the highlights of the day. And also it's a question of space you have in your luggage because, we were traveling together, so 2 people. We were in Korea for 20 days. So 20 days, 2 photos a day, 40 photos, 2 people, 80 photos. So that means a whole bunch of refills I had to take with me. And I was happy that I took the refills with me because I didn't see any store where I could have bought those refills. Well, maybe I didn't see them, maybe it existed, but it would certainly have been a challenge to find the matching refills, especially as there are so many different models of photo printers. So I like to have enough with me. and then I don't need to worry about that. The next thing that was an important part of my travel journal kit is glue, a glued tape or a glue stick. And I was really surprised how much of that stuff we used up. So I had one glue stick with me, which was half full, and one of those glued tapes, which was also already half used up. That only lasted a couple of days, and then we got a double-sided tape, and I think we had to buy 2 or 3 rolls uh, in those almost 3 weeks. So did use up quite a bit of that. Yeah, I wasn't expecting how much of that stuff we would need. Then you see, especially on this page here, a few stickers. I brought one sheet of stickers with me because a while ago, when I already knew I would go to Korea, I found at some store Korea themed sheet of stickers. So I had this already in my stock, so I took it with me. And in Korea itself, I bought, I think, 3 or 4 more sticker sheets, not to bring them back home, but to use them in my journal. I didn't use them all up, so I still have some of those stickers. But yeah, depending on where you're traveling, but certainly Korea is a good country if you're a stationery lover and you find plenty of supplies in like stationery stores, bookstores, things like that. So certainly no issue to find things for the journal there. I think those are the most important things. Yeah, I also had some scissors with me, those little Midori travel scissors. I don't know. I think the next time I go on a longer vacation, I would just leave them at home once I'm in the country I'm traveling to go to the first, I don't know, stationery store or whatever store and buy some real scissors because those mini Midori travel scissors are nice because you get them through airport security. But that's the good thing about them. The bad thing is, at least for me, I can't cut with them. But yeah, maybe that's a me problem. Maybe they work for other people better. Yeah, so fountain pen, photo printer, glue stick, tape, whatever, scissors, and I just had like I think 3 colored pencils with me, just in case I wanted to put some color on the page. Yeah, sometimes I use them. I think I wanted to have some supplies with me, but still keep it manageable because I only traveled with carry-on luggage or like with one big backpack. And so I was trying not to overpack and have it limited, also considering that I wanted to bring my supplies with me every single day while we were traveling. And yeah, when you have to carry that stuff around with you all day long, with all the other things you have in your backpack, like, I don't know, a phone and a water bottle, and I don't know, maybe things you bought during the day, then it's just good to have them, mm, to have a minimum set. Let's put it like that. Okay, so now let's get to the extra travel journaling part. I know there are people who do a lot of ephemera collecting throughout their vacation, just take some notes, like bullet points where they have been, and then do the extra journaling at home. That does not really work for me. For me, it's very important to write down my impressions as they happen, like capture the moment, the feeling. I could not really recreate that stuff weeks later. So I have to write it down. The date happens or the day afterwards. So usually what I did or what we did is um, had a little break sometime during the day. I mean, when you're traveling and you're running around from one place to the other, visiting a lot of attractions, museums, whatever. Take a quick break once in a while doesn't hurt anyway. So when we sat down for a coffee, a tea, I got out my journal, did some writing, and usually in the evening, I finished the memories of the day. I think there were only 1 or 2 days when I backfilled or the pages of the day before. So it was really, for me, always an activity I did at the very day of the things I wanted to capture. Um, yes. So knowing that I have a travel journal, I walk around with open eyes and always consider what things I might want to keep for my travel journal. So this could be little things like this, just paper thing from a tea bag, or what was that? I think it was a bus ticket. Yes, bus ticket, and just otherwise all these things would end up in the trash, and so they find their place in my journal. And when I look at them, they make me remember that they even better. The first 2 days, I did a lot of stationery store visiting because I arrived 2 days ahead of my travel companion, and I knew that stationery is more of my hobbies than hers. So I thought I would use this time in Seoul to visit different stationery related stores, so I could take my time there and don't have to consider another person who might not want to spend, I don't know, 3 hours at a fountain pen store swatching a million different inks. I don't think it was 3 hours, but I think it was 2 hours. Anyway, so yeah, I visited a few stationery stores, and it was just a very lovely experience getting there and then immediately get to discover stores related to one of my main hobbies. And of course, I had to take some pictures because, well, that's also part of my travel memory. And yeah, it's just nice to see that now and um, kind of remember this feeling standing in there. Oh my gosh, that looks so nice. I want to take everything home with me. I visited, of course, Blue Black, which is a really nice fountain pen store in Seoul, or a lot of things around fountain pens. And you see here is a huge ink display, fountain pen ink display. So that was very nice to go there and see all the different ink bottles and the extensive fountain pen collection. So that was a nice way to enjoy my hobby. And I got a little 5 ml Colorverse ink mini bottle. Yeah, yeah. I wish more companies would do fountain pen ink bottles that's small, because I like to have a variety. And with those 50 milliliters, or some brands have even bigger bottles, it's just takes me forever to use it up. So this one here, then I also visited the Traveler's Company partner store. I think, yeah, there I only got like one passport insert. I mean, I have enough Traveler's Company products. I didn't want to buy anything, so I just ended up with a little insert for my traveler's notebook passport size. Yeah, so I had something to take with me, but didn't want to buy unnecessary stuff. But if you go to Korea, coming from Europe, knowing Traveler Company prices from, well, France or Austria, they are a lot cheaper in Korea. So if you want to stock up on that stuff, it's definitely something worth considering. Again, as you see, just things, well, stamps, product labels, things like that. There was, I think, that was the business card of the store, things like that. It's just keeping in mind you want to fill a page at the end of the day and just collecting stuff. So what I usually do is throughout the day, I collect different things, and then I end up with several pieces of paper or package material, whatever. And usually I don't use everything. So I go through it in the evening and just see, okay, what do I want to place in my journal, and the rest goes into the trash, because otherwise I would bring a whole bunch of paper with me at the end of the vacation, which I don't need. So, here, that's from coffee shop, obviously, and I think that was the tissue I got there. Just put it here in my journal. I thought it looks funny, it looks nice, and just all kind of paper related materials can become part of your journal. And I also visited Best Pen, the fountain pen ink store, and got there 2 inks. And I mean, I already swatched them on my vacation, so I could get off the label on the paper box. They're from Dominant Industry, like a special edition for that store. So, got the label off the box, put it in here, swatch the inks. Otherwise, this would just be trash. And so, yeah, I have something to put here. And also, it's nice because here's the English name of the ink, because on the ink bottle itself, it's only in Korean. And yeah, my Korean is non-existing. Okay, then what I tried to do, but I did not remember to do it every single day, is put down the temperature or the weather, because it also influences the day. I mean, if it's nice and sunny, you do other things. And when it's like, I don't know, raining all day long, most of the days are remembered, but not every single day. Sometimes I just wrote down prices, because it's maybe in 10 years, 20 years, it's just interesting to see, okay, what did something cost? Like this fried chicken dish we shared. I mean, in euros, it was like 12 euros, which is very cheap. And yeah, I mean, it's interesting maybe in the far future, but also, right now, looking back, just remembering what what did everyday stuff on this vacation cost? Then, as I saw, I bought a few stickers, which will show up in my journal here. It's just nice to have them and use them during the vacation. I don't know how much I will have the opportunity. Well, the opportunity. When I use stickers at home, they don't need to match what I'm writing, but I like it when the stickers I use in my notebook have some relation to what I write. So Korea-related stickers certainly make more sense during the vacation. Here I have things I cut out from the brochure from the museum. So that's like the title, National Museum of Korea. I think that is at the back of the ticket. Not quite sure, but I think that's what it is. And also that here is from the brochure, and things like that are always good. I mean, first of all, when you're there, it's nice, helpful, informative, and they also make a good ephemera for the travel journal. Yeah, again, some ticket from a place we visited. This was a more a digital art museum. There they had stickers from different kinds of music, and I mean that's not 100% related to what I wrote here, but there at this evening I went to a jazz bar, so I said, okay, those stickers just are a nice match, even though they're not from the jazz bar I visited that day, but still music related, and I thought they're a nice match still. Here again, stickers. I got their ephemera from again brochure from this I don't know, exhibition. Yeah, exhibition is, I guess, a good word. We visited, and that's also from the brochure. Things like that always give some are a little extra on my travel journal pages. What do we got here? Oh yeah, once I only got one roll of washi tape, which is good. I have more than enough washi tape. I don't need to buy any more. But I got this KTX washi tape from the train. I thought it would be something nice because I travel a lot by train as I don't have a car. Also, also travel a lot by train at home. So I thought it would be something I could use as well as at home. I mean, of course, it's not the KTX, but yeah, doesn't matter. I can just only use the actual train part. So I thought it might be nice to have a washi tape like that. Also, remembering this Korea experience in the future, but also having something that's usable at home. Then we came across a lot of Kodak stores, and in my mind, Kodak is like a photo company, but those stores were mainly merchandise, like clothes and bags and other stuff, everything with Kodak printed on it. Hardly any photo related stuff. But they had those kind of stickers at one of those stores, and there also was this machine where you could take a picture for free, and it just was printed out immediately. So it was nice, and things like that are just little unexpected opportunities for getting nice stuff to put in your journal. Here we have again Ephemera. Um, I think that was also a brochure. Yeah, whenever I have that stuff, I just keep it, and sometimes it goes unused into the trash, but sometimes I find some usage for it. We also came across a lot of the like this little photo printing machines, so you could connect it to your phone and just get some pictures printed immediately. So I also took this opportunity once or twice to print some photos. And this is one of my favorite pictures. It's just, I don't know the English name of this animal. Anyway, it looks like it's smiling. It's a really funny photo. It was in the sea life aquarium in Busan. We visited, and it was very nice. Obviously, also from the brochure from the aquarium. Yeah, that was one of those days where I actually had like 3 pictures printed out, but as you saw, usually I got along with just 2 was enough for me. As you probably saw by now, for me, my travel journal is a balance between having ephemera photos, but I also always want to write about it. Yeah, just my impressions, write them down. Also, I know I won't remember the names of the different places and things like that. So I want this writing also to help my memory, but it's also a way for me to process my process the experience, the impressions of the vacation, all that stuff every day. That was one of 2 photos, I think, that I printed out at home. Yeah, because for some reason I didn't fill up the page completely, and I wanted to have something here, not just leave it blank. This is a postage stamp, and I just, instead of writing a postcard or a letter, just put the stamp in here. Also something nice to put in your journal. That's a photo printed, and that's again from the brochure of this Arte. I don't know how Arte museum. I don't know if you pronounce it as a word or each letter. I don't know. But yeah, that's from the brochure of this museum. Just cut out the pictures. because it was something very visually interesting, and I wanted to have more things here. I thought I didn't want to print out like 5 different photos, but with these impressions from the brochure, I was able to put here more visual elements. This is a postcard. I didn't like the style of this postcard, so I thought I'd just put it as it is in the journal and fill a whole page with a postcard. Why not? Then here, oh, that was a very nice thing. It was a very calm day. Most of the day we spent at a coffee shop because the weather was not so good. We just spent a lot of time at the coffee shop, journaling, enjoying the day. There we also met a very nice fellow traveler who was fascinated by us sitting there for hours and just working in our journals. So it was nice. This was from a magazine of the coffee company, coffee chain. Just ripped this out. I think that was also in this magazine. Here at this coffee shop, when you ordered a coffee, you got this little card with a bit of information about your coffee. Well, I don't know what's written here on the left side, but I would assume that's color. So this one medium light, and then low, middle, high, whatever. Then I guess what kind of flavor: chocolate, brown sugar, honey. It was more honey, and whatever this last one with light, medium, and heavy is. But yeah, it's just what's this card I got with the coffee I ordered, and okay, just another nice thing to put in my journal. Again, the ticket from museum we visited, and that was actually packaging or part of the packaging of one of the sticker sheets I bought. Let's see. The sticker sheet, these flower stickers, which I got at the museum. And that was part of the packaging there. And yeah, I thought with the blossoms would be a nice background. So blossom, blossom, blossom. We were there in cherry blossom season, or at the end of cherry blossom season, but as you see, still enough cherry blossoms. It was nice, very nice. This is a day that is more writing heavy. It's not always the same. Sometimes some have more ephemera, sometimes more writing. It's whatever suits the day best. In contrast to the page before with a lot of writing, here we now have a lot of ephemera. I visited. That's when we arrived in Jeju, the island in the southern part of or south of the mainland Korea, and it's the bag, or was part of the bag we got at the store, and again, things from different places we visited. Here, this was from the well, they called it tea museum. I would call it tea shop. The museum part was rather minimal, but a lot of shopping opportunities. In Jeju, I went to a travelers company partner store, and they also had dominant industry inks. And this was just at the time when the new dominant industry fountain pen and ink was released. So the ink I actually got in Korea, but the fountain pen was not available, or I didn't see it at any stores. Maybe it was already sold out, or they didn't have it yet. So I only got the ink, which is actually currently inked up in this pen. And that's the pen from the same release. It's the first fountain pen dominant industry released, and they created the brand name Stationery for it. And I guess the model name is Kino number 014 or 014. I ordered this pen shortly after I came back from Korea, because at the moment they released it, I was not so sure if I would like it because it looked very pink. Actually, I have another video with the unboxing of this one. But then later on, I saw YouTubers presenting this pen, and I said, yeah, I actually could like it. So I ordered it back home, got it also here with this little, I don't know, engraving. I don't know if it's engraved. Well, text Korea 26, obviously the year 2026 when we were there. And yeah, just so I have something to remember this vacation forever. Maybe I could put here some color somewhere. I don't know. I don't have this ink here. So it's not only the label from the box, but now we have the ink as well. And just next to this Travelers Company partner store, there was an amazing little coffee shop. And yeah, that's from the coffee again I got there. Here I have it swatched, but now it's on the same page. Tickets, photos, that's the Travelers Company, or a picture from the Travelers Company partner store there. And here you actually see the dominant industry inks. Yeah, so what else? Museum brochure again, I guess. Yeah, on the island Jeju, I got the sticker sheet, and it was very much Jeju related, like a lot of things that make or that the island is famous for, like this figures or the divers, the female abalone divers, and the tangerines. So I used quite a few of those stickers because they have a very close relationship to this place. Back in Seoul, yeah, before going home, I wanted to visit one more time stationery store just to see if I want to take something home with me. Because at the end of a vacation, it just makes more sense and you don't have to take that stuff all the time with you. So again, at Best Pen, it is, I guess it's heaven for fountain pen lovers. I think I really spent there 2 hours swatching so many different inks, and it was just a great experience. And yeah, then I also went to Point of View. So always stamps are a good opportunity to get something additional, different into your travel journal. Here we went to art, kind of art experience slash museum, and it was the wristband we got there. That's just cut off from the wristband. Ticket again. So whatever you get throughout the day can be used in the journal. Yeah. Here I drew my little charm. So that was the last day of one of our last days. And when I bought the notebook, I did not get any charms at the Louis Carmen store because, well, first of all, I'm not really a charm person, but also if I want to put something on my journal, it has to be something with meaning for me, not just grab something out of a box. So this on this day when we visited this area with all those old buildings, and there was this art store where different people were doing or making some arts and craft stuff, but they also sold things from other artists. And this was actually, I guess it was meant to be a little pendant for a necklace for, I guess, more a child. And so I got this one with, or no, I didn't get it. It was a present from a traveling companion. So because I wanted to buy it, and then she said, well, I'm going to buy it for you. And yeah, so that was a really nice little present because it will be forever on my travel journal and remind me of this time together. And now that's the first charm I have on any of my notebooks. Yeah, then I went to a strange tourist event, K-pop thing. I don't know. Anyway, that was from the brochure they gave us there, or I got there. Yeah, those are the other pictures I printed at home. I thought I thought I wanted to print them at home because maybe it would be nicer to get them printed with the inkjet because of the quality, and then I could get them exactly in the dimensions to fit on this page. But everything else was done during the vacation. Yeah, in total, 3 pictures are printed at home. Everything else was done while we were there. And again, we were at the Kimchi Museum. Of course, you can, again, from the brochure. And the last day, I went to a cooking class. So those are the different things we cooked, and the QR code for the recipe book. It was really nice, and a photo I took of my own the dish I did cook myself. And yeah, that was think on the same day. Yes, the same day, Botanical Garden. Yeah, for once, because those pictures were landscape format, I didn't have enough space to write here. Also, the regular way, so I just turned around the notebook and just wrote this side to make a little bit better usage of the space. Obviously, from the airline. Oh, a few more pictures are printed at home because I just at the end had some space left, and so okay, put some additional photos here. And yeah, then at the very end, a few cards, like the Metro card and things, or the T-Money card we got there, and that was from this card we got at this kind of K-pop event. So instead of just throwing them away, I just glued them in here, and well, so now I have one more little thing here in my travel journal. Yes, that was it. That was my travel journal experience for Korea. There are a few pages left in this journal. What I usually do is just continue with my next vacation. My next vacation will be, oh yeah, Paris Disneyland with my brother's family. So just continue in this journal. And once it's filled up, continue with the next one. So I don't mind that there are a few pages left because it's not meant to be just for this one Korea vacation. And then for my next travel experience, I need another notebook. Okay, so I think that was it, what I wanted to share with you. I hope it was interesting. Maybe you got some inspiration for your own travel journal. If you have good ideas for me, let me know. I'm always glad to hear how other people do their travel journals and get together new ideas, new inspirations. Yeah, then thank you for your time. I hope you stop by again. Have a good day. Bye.